Hey, good morning, everyone. We have a minute or so before we start. Just wanted to say hello and see if there are any thoughts or questions that want to be voiced before we begin. If you want to say something, you could unmute or chat.
How are you doing today?
Who's that?
It's Judy. How are you today?
Oh, hi, Judy. Let me see. Oops. I'm doing well. Hang on one second. Patrick, did you spotlight your video? Sorry. I'm doing well. You know, it's one of those mornings where I woke up and I feel particularly good,
Good.
which feels like a blessing, right? Because there are those other mornings you wake up and you're like, oh, hey, or, yeah, and it wasn't the easiest night. It wasn't terrible, but so, yeah, I feel kind of happy, excited. How are you?
Not bad.
Good.
Not too bad. Thanks. I was
Good.
out caulking my front door.
What's that?
I was out caulking my front door.
Already?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Industrious. Well, thanks for saying hi. Anyone else want to check in before we start?
Hey, Kevin, it's Wilbur, and I'll just ask, is there any, I don't think there's probably any interruption for the 4th of July weekend. Still
Oh,
have class Monday and Wednesday.
all right. So what are those dates? Let's see.
Monday is the 29th, and Wednesday would be the 1st.
Oh, I see. And then the next week's the 6th and the 8th. No, I plan to continue. We might do a
Yeah.
special fireworks practice or something.
You're not going to be at your second or third homes?
No, those don't exist. So, um, yeah, well, thanks for saying that. I was going to, maybe I'll say it at the end too, just to remind people and invite people to the Monday 5 o'clock class if you're interested, if that time works for you. So, great. All right, so I'm going to screen share. We're going to do a kind of chant song that a friend of mine has shared with me that I think is quite lovely. Thumbs up, you can see that? Good. Now, don't worry, you don't have to read music to be able to. I just wanted to put this up there. So this is, so namaste means I greet you or I honor you. And then this is my understanding of Sanskrit, there are different conjugations like, so namaste, namaskar, namaskara, nama, namo, right? Namaha, all these refer to some sort of I bow or I respect or reverence for. Okay, so it's that feeling and idea. And this actually, we're going to learn it as a melody, and then maybe at some point, it's actually meant to be done in the round, which is kind of cool. So I'm going to just go through it once, and then I'll break it down, okay? So you can just sit comfortably and listen. Namaste, 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 namaste. Yeah, so I'll do, so they're basically 4 namastes. We'll do one, each one. So listen and repeat. So I'll do it and then I'll do it with you as you chant, okay? So please listen. Namaste. Together. Namaste. Second line. Namaste. Together. Namaste. Third, listen. Namaste. Namaste. Good. So let's do two at a time. You'll learn it over time. So I'll do the first two and then we'll do them together. Namaste, namaste. Together. Namaste, namaste. Listen. Namaste, namaste. Namaste, namaste. So each line sort of leads into the other. So let's just do it through a couple times if you'd like, or you could just listen. Namaste, 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 namaste. Again. Namaste, 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 namaste. Good, and if you'd like now, you could come into the physical gesture of Namaste, hands together in a way that's comfortable. Hands could rest on the front of your body, could close or lower your eyes, and just rest there for a moment in the feeling of this gesture, welcoming whatever's present within and around you, and the movement of breath. So let's now, my friends, we're going to do some, in terms of the physical motions today, we're going to focus on parshva, which means side bending. And I'd like to do a little preparation on the floor. Why don't you lie down on the floor? We'll try a couple things, okay? Good. So take a moment to lie on your back. And now, of course, if anything is stressful, you can imagine it or do it very small or do fewer repetitions or do a couple and rest anywhere along the way, okay? So we namaste to ourselves. We bow to and honor and respect ourselves in the way we practice. So let's start with the knees bent and the feet standing on the floor, about sitting bone width apart or whatever distance feels agreeable to you. Arms resting alongside of the body. And again, just after that transition, let a couple cycles of breathing pass by, letting the physical body settle. Okay, and we'll build this in three parts. The first part, starting with the one arm at a time. So as you inhale, you're going to raise one arm through the air overhead so you can rest it on the floor overhead. So the arm is long or mostly long, and then exhale, coming back down. And you're going to alternate like this, breathing through the nose, focusing on the chest during inhale, primarily as the origin, gently drawing in the abdomen as you exhale in a pleasant way for you. So with these movements, we highlight one side of the body and the other. Good. Okay. Now, after this arm comes down on this repetition, please pause a moment. And now listen for a moment. The arms will keep doing what they just did, and will. So if you gesture, for example, through your right arm, you're going to use your right leg in this next movement. So as you inhale and raise your arm, you're going to slide or lengthen your right leg down, straight down from your sitting bone. Okay, same side of the body, right? And then exhale, draw in the belly and return the foot to standing and the arm, hand back down. Okay, so now the other side. So same side, arm and leg, lengthening during the inhale and bending and lowering on the exhale. And just see how that feels for you this morning. I'm always amazed at how refreshing simple movements can be. Okay. Now, let's do that one more time. So finish the one you're on and go to the other side and stay there for one breath cycle. Okay. Yeah. And the exhale returns in your timing. And then when ready, the other side. So inhale into the one side's lengthen. Stay there for one cycle of breathing. Okay, and then when you return, just pause a moment and rest your hands on your abdomen for a breath or two. Very nice, very nice. Okay. Now, this next movement, it's not that complicated, but let's try it. And if we're confused, I have a backup plan. So please start with your knees bent, both feet on the floor, arms down, just like we were. Now, just visualize this for a moment. So the arm will, you'll use the same side arm and leg. And this time, as your leg lengthens down, it's also moving across your body. So if you're lengthening your right leg down, you're going to move it over to your left, so cross the midline some. And then you exhale, return. So let's just try this. So and maybe you could stay there for a breath so you can kind of feel that. So you'll inhale and lengthen one arm up and the same side leg down and move it across your body. So the foot's moving across the midline of your body. On the floor, though, not in the air. Not in the air. Marcy's sitting up. Okay, so if you're not sure, you can pause a moment. If you want to, you could roll to your side. And I have a special guest artist today who said they would demonstrate. Prima ballerina Patrick Scully is gonna. So if you want to roll to your side and look, or you can keep going if you think you have this. So look at the screen of Patrick's on the screen. So when he inhales, he's going to raise one arm and the same leg, and it moves down and across. So he's lengthening that whole right side. And then as he exhales, he lowers the arm and returns the foot to where it was. I'll have him show it again. As he inhales, left arm goes overhead, left leg goes down and across. So the side of his left body is lengthening. And then exhale, return. The foot can be flexed or relaxed. Okay, so let's try this a couple more times, and I'd say, why don't you stay a breath? Stay a breath when you get to the lengthened part. Just relax there a breath or two. Yes. Beautiful. After you've done that an equal number of times, just pause again with your feet on the floor and your hands resting either on your abdomen or the floor, and just let the spine settle. And notice how those movements may have invited an opening or awareness in the sides and insides of the body. How does that feel? I hope lovely. So now bring your knees to your chest. Bring your hands on your knees. Yeah. And as you inhale, let the feet float to the sky and your both arms overhead on the floor. Exhale, bending, and return the hands to the knees. Sink the thighs towards your body. Okay? Try this a few times. I'd say try separating your feet just a little bit of space, so each leg has to negotiate its own range and its own coordination. Good. Just asking the legs to stretch, not demanding. Okay. And then you could let that be and settle. And then roll to your side. Let's sit again for just a moment. Okay, and we'll again chant this beautiful chant together. We'll go through it a couple times. Namaste, 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 namaste. One more time. Namaste, 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 namaste. And again, if you'd like, bring your hands together, the center of the chest or heart, and bow the head, lower the focus or close the eyes. And welcome the breath in and let it flow out. Okay, friends, so let's now come to hands and knees. Please come to hands and knees. We'll start to articulate the spine a little bit more, guided and supported by the breath. So when you come to hands and knees, you could let breath cycle pass by, and then on the next inhalation, let that sweetly lift your chest. It could be a small or medium or large movement, whatever feels good. Exhale, shifting the hips towards the heels, bowing the head, shoulders relaxing. And you're a seasoned group here, so try this a couple more times. Delay the lifting of the head, right? So the head was actually the last thing to lift on the inhale, and the first thing to start to bow on the exhale. Mm-hmm. Good. Okay. If you're finished, if you're just finishing, do one more and then rest a moment. Okay, so now from here, if you're bent forward, just take a moment to sit so that your head is above your heart, because we don't want to transition too quick to standing from having the head down. So let your head be above your heart for a moment, eyes open. Notice if you're at all dizzy, wait. Right, just erring on the side of caution. And then we'll come to stand when you feel steady. Beautiful. And I'm going to suggest now that we bring the hands together. So there are lots of variations on this. So the heels of your hands, there's I probably know my own sternum better than anyone else's, right? But your sternum here, what we call the breastbone, is actually 3 bones, right? There's a joint here and many joints on either side that move when we breathe. But we're letting the heels, the meaty part of the thumbs and the outer thumbs rest here. So there's something to rest into. Okay, so, and then now let the back of the head, like someone gingerly, lovingly takes your hair and pulls it up a little bit, right? So there's a slight lift in the back of the neck. And a couple breaths here underneath your thumbs and your breastbones. You feel the inhale come into the body, and exhale deeper in the body, you draw the abdomen in. Okay, now, when you exhale, turn your spine like 3/4 of your range. And the head could either stay with the hands or turn a little bit beyond. Let the inhale bring you back to center. Nose, navel, and namaste all aligned. Stay here for inhale, my spine lengthens. When I exhale, I turn. When I inhale, I return. Okay, so do that sweetly now, a couple more times on each side, and really feeling that essential vertical spinal core movement. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then when you come back to center, next time pause. If you wish, you could just release that gesture for a moment. Beautiful. And now on your next inhale, let your arms be drawn forward and up. And as you exhale, bending forward into standing forward bend. Then let the inhale lift the arms again, lengthen the spine, rise back to standing. Beautiful. Exhale, either lower the arms or repeat again. So you can do this, maybe 2-3 times. Either continual forward bend or lower the arms in between. Let the head bow at the bottom. Nice. Okay. It's your pace, and the next time you bend forward, stay a breath or 2. Nice. Okay. Your timing. When you finish, we pause, and let's now again return to this gesture, Namaste. And now, what I feel like the phrase keeps coming to me like an essential side bend. The arms can augment, but sometimes the arms can be a little bit pushy. So we just let the hands be here, and we have a sense of the core of our body in terms of the spine. Let the inhale come, and when you exhale now, side bend. Less than your full range, I would suggest. Inhale, let it rebound you to center. And you could go like this. Focus in your ears like you're listening to the earth and the sky. So no twist of the head. Don't turn your head. Keep your nose in line with Namaste in your navel. Like this again to each side. Yes. Beautiful. After you finish this or the next one, you could pause and reflect in the center. Okay, friends. So then you could release the gesture, and if you're using a mat, you could turn to face the long side of your mat, and bring your feet wide, wider than your shoulders, and still nothing extreme, where you feel stable. Toes facing forward, basically. Comfortable for your hips. Wonderful. Actually, let's do this stance. So once you're in this parallel stance, let's turn in the right. So you're turning in your hip, right? But you'll see it in the foot. Turn in the right leg a few degrees and turn out your left leg and foot 75 to 90 degrees, okay? We'll do some side angle posture, kind of warrior two side angle posture. Hi, Emily. So we're going to inhale now, raise your arms to the side, bend your left knee over your left second toe. Let's just do that once and exhale, reverse, lower your arms, straighten the leg. Okay, so that's our entrance and our exit. Let's do that again and go on. Inhale, bend that left knee, feel each foot, nice. Exhale now, bring your elbow to your thigh and bring your arm up, Pajra Konasana, side angle. Inhale, return to center, arms wide, spine long. Exhale, lower the arms, unbend your knee. That's it. Let's go again and stay a breath. So inhale, raise your arms and bend the left knee. Exhale, side bending, lean into the ledge of your thigh with your elbow. Good, now stay here, inhaling. Now try now, when you exhale, look down towards the floor. Then inhale, come back to center with the spine. Beautiful. Exhale the arms down. We'll go again if you need to come out of it and rest, but let's try that again. Inhaling, bending the left knee, widening. Feel the groins open like flowers blossoming. Exhale, we side bend. Beautiful. Lovely. Stay, inhale. Maybe raise your arm a little bit farther. Now exhale, look down. Feel the hand reaching into the sky. Inhale, rebound to vertical spine, horizontal arms. Exhale, let the arms descend and unbend your leg. Good, now bring the feet parallel. And I just want to err on the side of support. Bring your feet underneath you for a moment. Bring the palms together. Slightly bow your head so that, yoga teachings say that the seat of the mind is the heart. And the mind is more than the brain, but let the brain kind of bow towards the heart. So there's a unity between those two. Okay, can we then, when ready, open the eyes, open the hands, open the legs. Yes, we open, and we turn in the left leg a bit. We turn out the right. So often it's taught 90 degrees, but it might be a little more or less. We want to find where the groove is right for our bones, right? Okay, friends, so we'll do one warrior two first. So we inhale, bend now the right leg, groin opens, arms wide, everything's widening. And exhale, reversing, unbend, lower. Super, your timing. Then when you inhale, open again, Now side bending, lean on the ledge of your thigh, either with your hand or your forearm, elbow. Good, and then reverse. Inhale, feel it in the chest behind the Namaste area. Beautiful. Exhale, arms descend into gravity. And your timing will go again, stay a breath. Inhale, opening, widening. Exhaling, bending, supporting through the lower arm. Stay for inhale. Exhale, look down as you feel the reach up. What do you feel in your neck? Inhale, return to center. Beautiful, good. Exhale, arms lowering. You've got it. Now do that again. You know this, so go one more time through. Enjoy. Wow, yeah. Beautiful. Okay, friends, when you finish, arrange your legs parallel and then either in one step or a few tiny ones. Come back. Good. So feet are closer, just comfortably, palms together, thumbs on the sternum, head bows. Feel like what does it feel like when you, after being wide and stretchy, to come back and collect your body closer to the midline, closer, containing the prana. Yogis say when our focus goes out, we lose our life force energy. So we're practicing of containing our energy without holding it, gathering it. Okay, so is that good? Are we happy? Very happy, very good. All right, so let's try this now for counter pose. Please come to hands and knees, and we'll repeat what we did before, and then we'll build on it a little bit. Kneeling Surya Namaskara, Namaskara relating to Namaste. So come to all fours. And let's say, I know, hi Lynn. So we're going to inhale, lift the chest from that internal support, right? Exhale, I bow back partially or fully, whatever is pleasing to your joints or your back. Go ahead like this a couple more times. Beautiful. Okay. Now, after you finish this one, just a moment of pause, either in the kneeling forward bend or just sitting, whatever's comfortable. Just let the mind rest, not having to track or initiate a pattern, just being and feeling. We don't have to earn our existence. We are. I am. You are. Okay, so now we're going to, if the next thing doesn't work for your knees, you can repeat what we just did, but let's discover for ourselves, is it comfortable to kneel and sit on my heels? If it's like, I can't wait to get out of this, then I'd say nix that. Or you could just stand on your knees, okay? So either sitting on your heels, so kneel sitting or kneel standing, right? If none of those work, then kneeling forward bend. All right, and let's bring the hands together. Namaste. Namaste. Connecting to honor, to reverence, to respect. What spontaneously arises when we feel this gesture? Okay, so from kneeling and sitting or standing, we're going to now, with the eyes open, inhale and let the gesture open. Raise your arms and stand on your knees. Now exhale, bend forward, bend into the kneeling forward bend that you just did. Head to the floor, hands to the floor, hips to heels, all the way down, comfortable. Now inhale, come to all fours, lift the chest. Toes under, exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, let's stay here for a breath cycle, smoothly coming in and out. Good. And now on your next inhale, return the knees to the floor, lift the chest, and then exhale, go into child's pose or kneeling forward bend. Let's rest there for a moment. If it's comfortable, in the kneeling forward bend, bring your palms together. So your little finger side of your hands will be on the floor, palms together, and rest in that feeling for a moment. Yeah, move your elbows a little farther away if you want, Marcy. From your feet, from your knees, yeah. Okay? So Namaskara, this is either kneeling, this is prostration, salutation, or the whole body's laid out on the floor. Now separate your hands, and when you inhale, come back to all fours. That lifts the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Again, stay a breath if appropriate. And then one more time. When you inhale, lower your knees, coming to all fours, lift the chest, gentle back bend. Exhale again, settle your hips towards your heels, bow your heart and your head. And then when you inhale, raise your arms and stand on your knees, wide open gesture. Exhale, bring your palms together, namaste. Stay either standing on your knees or sit on your heels. Pause a breath or two. Okay, let's do that one more time. If it feels like it's too hard to negotiate this sequence, then just do the hands and knees or lie down. So again, we'll inhale, raise the arms, standing on the knees. Good. Exhale, back of the neck long as I bend forward. Arms can remain long or bend depending on what you feel in your back. Nice. Inhale, come to all fours, chest lifts. Exhale, downward dog. Feel the belly hollow in. Go to the end of exhale. Breathe through the nose, calmly receive inhalation, chest to belly. My spine lengthens. Stay there. Exhale, draw in the area from the pubis to the navel to the xiphoid process. Then lower the knees on your inhale, lift the chest. And exhale to child's pose. If you'd like, leave your elbows on the floor, but bring your palms together, outer hands on the ground. Namaste, Namaskara, rest. Who or what evokes reverence within you? You may not even have a name for it. When ready, you could separate your hands. Let the inhale bring you up to all fours, pouring weight into the supple palms of the hands. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Dwell there now for a full cycle of breathing. Steady. Beautiful, very beautiful. Let the exhale complete itself and rest. And then when you feel the genesis of inhale, lower the knees to the floor. Let from that support, lift the chest. Exhale, kneeling forward, bend child's posture. And last couple movements now. When you inhale, raise the arms again, stand on the knees, open. Exhale, bring the palms together at the chest. Either stay standing or sit on your heels. Migrate the head back to the heart. Pause a breath or two. Beautiful. So now from here, let's leave that and come to rest in Shavasana for a few moments. After all this movement, important to take some time to let the rain soak into the earth, so to speak. So rest on your back. Legs can be either bent or long. Hands could be, classical as arms at a low angle, palms up. But if it feels more agreeable or interesting or comforting to rest one or both hands on your belly or chest, just follow your intuition. Rest for a couple moments. Rest in the feeling in your body as it resonates. Namaste, 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 Friends, now, when ready, bend your knees, and then you can do this twisting rotation either from starting place of knees bent, feet on the floor, or by starting with your knees towards your chest. Okay? Arms laid out to the side in a T position on the ground. So we're going to let the inhale come in, lengthening the spine. When you exhale, now roll your knees and your pelvis, well, mostly knees or possibly pelvis will follow, of course, to one side. Head can remain center or twist. Let the inhale bring everything back to center, aligning navel, nose, and where Namaste would be. So then you'll exhale to the other side, drawing in the abdomen to support the lower back. A pause after exhale. Inhaling, initiate in the chest to keep the support in the belly, return to center. Right, so you're going to go like this on each side again. Okay. Now, and take your time. We'll do it a couple more times and stay a breath on each side, pausing after exhale. Okay, and when you've done each side equally, pause in the center. And bring your knees to your chest. Let's try this variation. We're going to start. Can you tuck your hands behind your knees? So your thumbs are sort of in that crease behind your knees. Your hands are sort of wedged between your back of your thighs and your upper calves. And now keep your hands there. As you inhale, you're going to lengthen the legs and the arms. Keep your hands on the back of your knees as you bring the feet to the sky. That's it. As you exhale, bend elbows and knees. Bring the knees towards your chest. Smoothly like that now a couple times. The movement emanating from the flow of the breath, like pouring warm oil. Exhaling, bending smoothly back. Try this a couple more times. Okay, after this or another one, you can let that be, and you can roll to one side, and we'll sit. If it's not the easiest thing in the world for you to sit on the floor, you could sit on a blanket. You could also do this in a chair, it's fine, we can adapt this. So you can sit and so have your, when you come to sitting, not to an extreme, but start with your legs in like a V position, right? So if your feet, open them away from you or away from each other, right? And what we're going to explore now, and again, easy, we're going to bend the right knee so the sole of your right foot will come towards your opposite thigh, bending the right knee. See where it fits without any strain, okay? So you're like this, yeah? And so now we're going to do the same arms that we did in side angle. Inhale, let the arms raise to shoulder height. Yeah, now exhale, you're going to bend over your left leg and bring your left hand to your left leg or the floor and just ask the body to bend sideways. And then we come out, inhale, return to vertical. Let the arms exhale and settle down. Think of it as a dance rather than a destination, okay? Try that again. Inhale, opening, create length and width. Exhale, side bending. Go bend over the leg that's straight or to the side where the leg is straight. Yeah, that's okay. The other way is fine too, but inhale, come up. So there'll be a certain limitation, which is good. Try one more time, your timing. Stay a breath. Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Okay, beautiful. When you come back to center and you complete that, pause a moment, rest either with the legs just loosely crossed or maybe legs straight in front, and observe, feel. Should we try the other side? Legs open, less than your maximum, like maximum comfortable. Okay, bend the left knee. Feel your sitting bones. And when ready, let the inhale widen, lengthen, earth and sky, east and west. Exhale, bend over the long leg or to the side. It doesn't have to be directly over, but towards this side where the leg is long. Inhale, unwind to vertical, just like we did in standing. Exhale, the arms down. Yes. And again, let the inhale bring you to, yeah, you've got it. In and out, asking, listening, breathing. Okay, and then the next time you go in, per your breath, stay one breath cycle in the side bend. That's it. Super. When the breath completes that, loosely cross your legs or whatever position is comfortable. Pause for a moment. If you wish, if it's comfortable in sitting, come to Namaste gesture. Close the eyes and feel for a moment. Bowing not because we're required, because we are drawn to do so. So we separate the hands and open the eyes. And now we just let the hands come down to the legs of the floor. Let the inhale subtly lengthen your spine. Now exhale, easy bend forward. And you can stay here now for a breath or so. Okay, and then let an inhale bring you back to vertical. Rest a breath. And then one more time, when you exhale, bending forward, and rest there for a couple of breaths. And let the eyes close. Let the head bow towards the Namaste, even head bowing the mouth towards the navel a bit. So we come into this primal spinal flexion and rest in that embryonic fetal curve for a few moments. Okay, and then when ready, come to sitting. And again, if you'd like, bring your hands together, close your eyes, bow the nose towards the tips of your fingers and through the fingers and hands into the heart, into the navel, rooting into the tail, into the earth. Rest a breath or two here. Okay, friends, so now your choice, you can do the pranayama in sitting or you could lie down. Okay, so we can either remain sitting and you could refine your posture. If you need another support, you could take a moment. Or if you feel like, my energy, if I'm draining a bit, lie down, it's fine. Your body's telling you what to do. So we sit for a moment. Let the breath spontaneously, gently billow into your body. It lingers a while, fascinated by the interior of your system. And then exhale, it leaves, bringing something of you into the world. Now as the inhale, so allow this inward movement, this receiving movement of inhale. And now when you exhale, focus on one side of the body. Exhale, let the one side of the body relax, emptying out any tension. So feel your whole body during inhalation. Then the other side, when you exhale, focus on the other side and let it be easy and restful and relaxing, almost emptying. So in the timing of your breath, feel the whole body during inhale. Exhale, one side relax, alternating on exhale. Continue like this for a while. Continue. If there is one side of your body that you have some pain in more than the other, you could do a couple in a row to one side. One more breath like this. And now a couple more breaths where you feel the whole body during inhalation and exhalation. Whole body inhaling and exhaling. Then rest a moment. Allow your focus to remain contained inside. And if you wish, you could bring the hands together in the gesture of Namaste. And open to what this gesture evokes in you, regardless of what associated meanings are. Let yourself feel this gesture in your body and yourself. Is there someone or some being or force that spontaneously evokes reverence and respect in you? Let that question ring. And on your next exhale, let the head bow a little bit more comfortably. And then let your hands rest on your legs again, just a moment or two more of just sitting and feeling and being. Nowhere to go, nothing one has to do, just to be here. Then when ready, we'll rejoin the palms again. And on the inhale, let the arms open an amount that feels delicious. Exhale, drawn back to the center gesture, Namaste. And just try that a couple more times, expanding on inhale. Returning on exhalation. Beautiful. When you complete that, let's just sing through this chant a couple more times. Actually, let me change the pitch here, people. Hang on. Namaste, 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 Namaste. One more time. Namaste, 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 Namaste. Namaste. I bow to you. All right. Thank you for opening your life to this practice and to each other. And I wish you all the best. Have a beautiful day. If you want to say anything on your way out, feel welcome, or send us a little chat. Or again, invite you to the Monday class at 5. Spread the word if you know of anyone that time would work for you. If you would let them know. Same link and all that information as today. You can unmute if you want to say anything. Bye, Marjorie. Bye. Bye, everybody. Bye, Emily. Bye, Marcy.
Peace out, Kevin. I'll connect with you later today. I got some questions for you.
Okay, awesome.
I've got a little yoga assignment for you, so we'll talk.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me know. Good.
Okay.
Kevin?
Hi, Kathy.
Hi, I really like the chant. It's very nice.
What do you get from that? You know, like the feeling of it. I'm curious.
It's very restful and centering, I think.
Yeah. My friend Cara, who's a great singer and a teacher of voice, shared this with me, and it's fun to do in the round, but it's just nice on its own. It has almost a what is the word, plaintive? It's has a minor feeling, right?
It's like to me, it kind of exudes kind of like being near a body of water. I don't know why, but I was doing it in a round with you.
Oh, you were, yeah. So you could see
Yeah.
the music, right? You can see where the. I'm going to share a screen just briefly again. Yeah, so you probably saw this. It took me a while. So number 1 and 2 and 3. Namaste, and then someone begins at 1 again, 2 and 1.
It's nice as a round.
Yeah, I did the round too. Since it was muted, I felt like I could play around with it.
That's what I was hoping we could do. So all right. Like I just thought, well, let's learn the basic thing, and then let's do it. But some of you are already doing that. It's wonderful. And there's some interesting moments where it's sort of like happy harmony and then slightly dissonant, right? But in a kind of pleasing way. That kind of like, it's lovely.
It feels
very nice. Thanks for sharing that with us.
flowing water.
Say again, Patrick.
It feels to me like gently flowing water, not sort of turbulent water, but just very kind of easy.
Nice. Yeah, part of me is, the analytical part of me, because the chant kind of starts here and goes up and then comes back down. It's kind of a wave. I wonder.
Very nice. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good to see you. Thanks for that. It means a lot to hear that. Hi, Andrew.
Hi. I'll miss you next week, and but I'll be back after that. I wish you all good luck with the event this weekend too. It looks like a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah, go ahead, Patrick.
Thanks, Andrew. Yeah. It's great.
Are you muted, Patrick? You're unmuted. You're muted, Patrick.
I said, I'm so happy to have Todd part of it. We had our tech rehearsal yesterday, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
This is a different Andrew, Patrick.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
It's okay.
For a moment.
I got the invite. So, and Steve and I are going to be on the road going to niece's graduation this weekend, but I hope it goes well. I'll be thinking of you.
Oh, where's the graduation?
Near Ithaca, New York.
Oh, wow, so you're driving.
We're taking Amtrak, actually. We have a sleeping car.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. I don't like driving that far.
Yeah. Well, have a great trip.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Be wearing our masks.
Good.
Right.
glad to hear. All right. Take care.
And you can join us.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye, Andrew.
Bye.
Be well.